Alright guys, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to be talking about everything I wish I would have known before starting Wynncraft for the first time. The first thing I wish I would have known is to install Windels earlier rather than later. At first I was skeptical about Windels because it was kind of changing the game, the base game, but after I convinced myself to do it, and with the convincing of the commenters, I enjoy this so much. It adds waypoints, it adds new menus, it just makes everything so much simpler. It tells you how good your gear is, so I would really recommend downloading Windels before you start the game. My next suggestion, something else I wish I would have known, is to just slow down and enjoy the story, especially early on. That's really where the charm of this game comes from. You can play so many different MMOs where the story doesn't really matter, you just blow straight through it to get to the end game, but this really isn't one of those games. The journey getting to the end game is probably, in my opinion, like the most important part of the game. And it's a lot of fun. Sure, the end game is flashy and all that, but these stories have been thought through really, really well. And a lot of them are really funny, and if you blow through all of them and just skip it to keep fighting things, you will regret it. The next thing I wish I would have known is the teleport scrolls. So the teleport scrolls allow you to quickly teleport between all of the different cities really easily. So these scrolls can be used by just right-clicking in the air while you are just anywhere as long as you're not near mobs, and will take you to the main part of that city. This ends up saving so much time, and it does cost some money, but it is money well spent. The next thing I wish I would have known is to identify before selling. So, as you can see here, when you sell these items, they can sell for around 26 or 27 emeralds each, but if you sell the unidentified version, you're only going to get between 3 and 10. So identifying items before selling them actually increases the amount of money you get most of the time. There are some instances where this will not happen, but most of the time you will earn more money this way. The next thing is use the trade market. The trade market is really valuable when you start to find some good rare and some good legendary and set pieces. These will sell a lot, for a lot more emeralds than in the blacksmith, and it's really easy to do once you get the hang of it. The next thing I wish I would have known is identifying a build before, really starting to build out my character. There are ways to respec, but it just feels so much better when you can continuously progress to a build that you like. So there's two main types of damage. There's main attack damage and spell damage. So knowing which one you want to go and kind of collecting gear and stuff along the way that will help increase that damage is really helpful for survivability. The next thing I wish I would have known is talking about caves. So caves are the place to go when you need gear, right? So you're like, oh man, I really need a new helmet. Well, go to caves, find one in your content book that is close to your level, clear the caves, and collect that gear. It is definitely the most efficient way to collect gear, and they're a lot of fun too. The next thing I want to talk about is professions. So professions really are not worth it unless you are running the crafted account where you can only use crafted gear, or once you get closer to end game and you need very specific items, then you will need to do some gathering. But early on in the game, you really don't need to worry about professions at all unless you really want to. The last thing I want to talk about is daily rewards. So after every day you log in, you get different rewards. So making sure you log in every day has these rewards stack up really quickly, and you can get some really good stuff just for logging in. I appreciate you watching this video. These are all observations I have made after playing this game for not too long. I'm only level 47 right now. But I hope some of these things can help you start your Wynncraft journey. And if you also have things that you want other people to know before they get started with the game, please post it in the comments. I'll be giving a heart to every comment that I think has some good merit. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you later.